Oh, man, it is Christmas time, and Daryl has come to Studio A in lovely Tremont, Illinois. Welcome.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
It's a white Christmas, too. It snowed the whole way over. I saw a snowplow driver at Casey's getting pizza with me.
Did you?
So, yeah, we had a moment. Which, by the way, I think I told you when I got here. I stopped at Casey's to get gas because the fuel light was on. And I am that guy. I'm sorry. I do wait for the light to come on. I'm terrible. But I'm like, it's snowing. It might get super cold this weekend. It's supposed to be below zero. Mm-hmm. Let me top off the truck, right? Or just put some fuel in it. And I walked into the Casey's general store down here.
It's got a little background music here.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Sets the mood. And the Casey's, of course, if you're from the Midwest or anywhere around adjacent, you've driven through it. Casey's is a gas station that sells pizza. Pizza's amazing. But they have a breakfast pizza.
It's legendary. My son.
Yes.
You can qualify the individual in front of you by asking him one question about breakfast pizza. Bacon or sausage?
I'm sausage.
I'm team sausage
Are you?
as well. My son
Knuckle it up.
is team bacon.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah is too. Sarah's like, if we go to Hardee's or something, we're making really good culinary choices, by the way.
Yeah.
But she's team bacon all the way on anything. She doesn't understand the sausage. And I'm like, okay, all right.
If I get a biscuit from McDonald's,
Yeah.
I'm getting a sausage biscuit.
You have to.
The bacon, give me a break. The bacon, God knows how long it's sat in front of the warmer, for one.
No.
The sausage is juicy.
It's delicious.
Yes.
It's the best sausages in the biz. I got to be honest. And that Chick-fil-A sausage
Thank
is
God
terrible.
you've been honest. Thank God you're being honest right now.
No, that Chick-fil-A breakfast sausage, awful. It's not even, it should, especially if they're from the South, quote unquote, they should be fined daily for selling the sausage on the sausage biscuits.
Okay. All right. So,
All right.
You got the Casey's breakfast.
So I'm wondering, it's 6 o'clock by the time I'm getting
PM.
gas here. 6 o'clock p.m., and I look at the little rotisserie that keeps the sliced, pre-sliced pizza warm and toasty, and I'm looking at it. The plow guy's looking at it too. There's breakfast pizza slices in there. 6 o'clock at night.
That tells you something about the locale around here.
Well,
people can appreciate a good breakfast pizza 24/7, right?
I'm hoping it was not dried out. I'm hoping
I
it
don't
was
think
not
so.
from
I don't
this
think so.
morning.
I don't think so.
I think it was fresh.
I believe it is. So Morton has two Casey's on the north or the south.
This is the old one, still with the old branding and the general store
Dude,
motif off
they crank out
Queenwood.
they crank out pizza there. So I
Yeah.
do believe that was probably fresh.
Yeah, it was. I forget the woman in the back, but she was busy. She had her AirPods in,
Yeah.
and bless you. You're doing the Lord's work back there. Breakfast pizza, 6 p.m. I think that should be standard.
Now, that said, my wife,
Yeah.
as much as I marvel at the fact she will go all over the world with me and she'll eat all types of cuisine,
Sure.
she is a total slave to the biscuits and gravy from Casey's.
From Casey's.
Which is unusual to me because when you go into a Casey's, especially a new one,
Yeah.
and they have lots of wall space, what do they decorate it with in the kitchen area? But those 10-penny cans of sausage gravy, so it's not fresh gravy. Nobody,
It's not like Meemaw used to make.
Nobody got out a whisk.
No.
They got a can opener out and they just dumped that stuff into
Gross.
into a steamer tray and then got a ladle and just started putting it all over those biscuits. And
Are they decent? I mean, scale of 1 to 10, fast food / convenient.
how can biscuits and gravy be bad? I mean,
we can.
I think I've had bad ones at like Cracker Barrel, where they did do it fresh, and the gravy just kind of sucked.
Yeah, sometimes if the gravy's been on too long, it's more like wallpaper paste to bring that back a little bit. Beck's convenience stores, their biscuits and gravy. My old boss used to swear by them, and I stopped when they opened the Beck's in Peoria. I stopped there like the second week, and I got to say, they're not bad.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm a big Beck's fan.
No,
Beck's is on Derby Street in Pekin too, right?
I think so.
It's amazing to me you would even know that because that's not your stomping ground.
It isn't, but I stop for, I break for roller dogs. No, I get around.
Dude,
What?
Zurich roller dogs.
Did you get some overseas?
Yeah, didn't you see? Did you see the pictures?
No.
Oh my God.
On your Instagram?
Yeah, it was on my story. Anyway, you don't follow my story day to day.
Here's the thing. It's this. I like static images. I don't like stories. But Sarah loves stories.
Yeah.
So she probably saw it.
Oh, speaking of
brother.
breakfast, we're drinking a Kentucky breakfast stout by one of my old-time favorite breweries here, Founders.
The highly acclaimed Kentucky
It is
breakfast
highly
style.
acclaimed.
It is.
I don't know what vintage this is. It does taste like it has a little age to it. We're splitting a little 12-ounce bottle.
It's delicious.
Celebrating Christmas.
Yeah. It is nice, though. I mean, are you in the holiday mood? I mean, I know that there's...
It's coming up. It's only like 2 weeks away. It's crazy.
I know. December's just blown completely past, but...
The snow is nice. I mean, Christmas is where there's just like brown everywhere.
It looks like spring. You're like, this sucks.
So I'm enjoying that. There's a little cold. Driveway's a little disaster out there. And
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
yeah. Oh, this morning I put the car in drive. Just spun. Just the wheel just spun. I had to put it in 4-wheel drive to actually get some traction and go.
It is nice, though. I had the Tundra in 4 to get out of the driveway tonight because... have you gotten to this point, too? I mean, you have all-wheel drive stuff or 4x4s most of the time. Do you even really get that meticulous about cleaning, shoveling, snow blowing, plowing?
I have to do that front step down to the driveway because Angela's mom and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you don't want anybody falling down. So
that's true.
But no, otherwise we just pack it down.
And just go.
Yeah, exactly. And then when it's really bad, like say if 8 to 10 inches fall down, I'll just run to the dealership and it's 10 minutes away, and bring the snowplow and just up, down, one track, and then
that is nice.
I'm done.
That is nice.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple friends of mine do snow removal, landscaping stuff. Mm-hmm. And this year has been especially bad because obviously with social media and, DM and everybody, they're like, I'm full. My schedule's full. I'm booked. No, hey, buddy, don't text me. No,
hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Can you just do my driveway and my business parking lot and my deck?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Have some bloody, buddy. No, I couldn't imagine working that line of work this season because you'd be busy. You have those clients that you always have.
Well, you live for that. I mean, think of all these guys who had snow plows. They bought them over the years, and then for a decade never had to use them.
Last 2 winters, I think it snowed twice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. That's true. But you did, you did some amazing notes here as you always do.
Well, I don't know about that.
It's time to do the Spotify Wrapped, the end of year Spotify. Are you still doing that, my friend?
Dude, I got shamed. Yeah, I noticed that the Spotify Wrapped was not as big of a thing this year. I think, and my impression was, I think that Wickoff,
amongst our friends, it still kind of is. But.
Yeah, it was me and Wickoff and my brother, maybe 2 or 3 other people. One of my friends, Megan, her Spotify age, which is the new thing this year, her age was 22, and I'm like, what are you doing? Listen to Barney or something? How the hell can your age be 22?
K-pop Demon Hunters. That's what she's listening to.
That might be it. You know what? You might be onto something.
Maybe.
She probably listened to a couple Bengals tunes, and then it was all K-pop Demon Hunters.
Skewed
right?
the algorithm. You're 22.
Yeah, but
did you share your stuff already?
Yeah, I did. So Bennett, my one of my friends, he saw my story, and he's like, "Oh, here's." You need to get off Spotify, because they fund evil empire, some anti-drone stuff or something in Russia that they bought into. I don't know what Spotify does.
They're an evil, nefarious corporation. Yeah. I've heard the same thing as far as the amount they pay artists, the percentage or
sure.
the scale.
I don't think anybody's ever going to be happy with what those percentages are, but I don't think anybody complains as much about iTunes as they do Spotify. But to be fair, Spotify is a better product. I've tried Apple Music before. I did it free with Verizon a couple times over the years with my iPhones and all that stuff. I just never thought it was as good of a product. And then so my friend Bennett's like, "Oh, you really need to get off there, this, that." And I'm like, "Okay, Bennett, here's my problem." Bennett.
Okay, Bennett. Like the name is an insult.
Yeah, no, but it's kind of
it might be. I don't know.
Anyway, no, it's just I like him. I've had. Dude, I'm probably one of the original family owners of Spotify. I mean, I think my original playlists on Spotify go back to 2012 or 2013.
Yeah, you've been on it a long time.
I have, and I've had a family plan from the minute they offered a family plan. So the kids and myself and Angela, who had up to 5 users, I've always been paying $17.99 a month or whatever. I think originally it was $13.99. It hasn't gone up that much.
Yeah, it's still pretty affordable.
Yeah, when I think about I had originally with iTunes, you could see how many songs are in your library, and you could pretty much do the mental math and go, "Oh, those 2,000 songs in my library, that means I've spent about $2,500 on these songs, right?" And if I did the math on that, I'm like, just to listen to them. Now, if you do the math, you're like, I can do a subscription service and listen to every song ever made and be much happier. And so Spotify did that long before Apple did. So, but then Bennett said, here are like 5 places you can go that will transfer your playlists to Tidal, to Apple Music, to,
Okay.
Rhapsody or whatever.
All those other services.
Yeah. And I'm like, still not going to do it.
It's work. It's
Not-
work.
it is work. Actually, I was in Instagram the other day, not to bring it down, but I'm like, Summer's got all this stuff on Instagram. I'm like, it's kind of cool. Angel's never seen it because Angela was on Instagram. Maybe I can download it. You know how hard it is?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I did the legacy thing. I'm trying to archive stuff, but I can't extract.
You used to be able to.
Yes. Back in the day, you could download everything.
I had this is a nerd section here, but I bought years ago an old Western Digital 1 terabyte, the biggest ever backup hard drive.
You'll never need more space.
Yeah, right. And then my next phone's got a terabyte in it. Anyways, it came with some software, and it was it back up all of your stuff, and it was Facebook, Instagram,
MySpace.
Yeah, it was all basically you gave them the login, and it would just pull. Yeah. And every time you fired up the computer, it would just pull albums, pull photos, pull this, and it pulled the metadata with it. It was awesome. And then that thing bricked after 6 years, and so I'm like, cool. The next one will have that, right? That's a great feature. Yeah. Just constantly backing it up. No, nobody does that.
Yeah.
They probably prevented it.
Yeah, they probably did. There's probably some kind of infringement.
Well, the same thing with TikTok when there was we're leaving, everything's going to get shut off. There was some sort of way that you could basically pull everything into a zip folder and pull all your content. I'm like, that's great. I probably should be doing this.
Yeah.
Never
did. Well,
did.
One of the tabs on Summers was delete everything when I die. And I didn't. I'm like, that's an interesting feature. I wonder if I ever want to put that on mine, just delete everything.
Yeah.
Because now I'm into this position now. It's like 2.5 years later. And the stuff, obviously it's going to sit there in perpetuity. It doesn't cost anything, but I'm like, I don't know.
It's things you don't think about.
It is, yeah. Deal with that stuff,
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's.
Do you have access to it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can log in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because when she was sick, I was putting everything in my phone number and my email. So
that's good.
And I did delete her Snapchat, I believe. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's probably good. It's just one of those things, like you said. It's think about it, and then you don't want to lose it because you're like, what if there's something in there that's really meaningful, or it just didn't hit you at the time.
Yeah.
Sarah's run into that too with her mom. Her mom's Facebook is set up like that too, like a legacy, whatever they call it. And it's nice. You can go back and look at stuff. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember this. And then there's other times where you wish it didn't exist at all because you find yourself looking at it and you're like, why am I even
Well, and that's
doing
where I was
this?
at. I was looking through it and I'm like, okay, I don't know any of this stuff. Her stories, I could go through her archive. I'm like, I've never seen these stories. If I did, I forgot them because she got on Spotify or on Instagram in 2013 and she was only 12.
Yeah.
So she was already tinkering around on there, but it wasn't much. It was 20 stories in her archive. I'm like, Angela's never seen these. I probably should play these for Angela. And then I don't know. Maybe I could just run a screen record while I do it. If it'll work.
Yeah.
Sometimes they protect that stuff, but
yeah.
and then maybe just save it as one video file or something like that. So
that's not a bad idea.
We'll see. Anyway, well, that leads right into other morose stuff. Danny, my service advisor. So
yeah, I followed a little bit of that. Last show you talked about him.
Did I?
I think in the pre-show.
Did he just stroke when I?
He just had a stroke, and then I think you said he started talking. He said the word no or something.
Yeah,
it was very early.
But he hasn't. Nothing's improved since then.
Oh man!
And the friggin' doctors, they're like, well, he's still swelling. We don't know what's going on. I thought, and get me wrong. And maybe I brought this up in the last show. I thought they could do an MRI or a scan, and they could see, oh, this is black spot. This is areas that are damaged by no blood flow.
Yeah.
To this point, his wife says they don't know anything. They haven't given any prognosis on what to do. They haven't said, oh, these are the steps we're going to do. If you come in with a car that's sputtering in a check engine light in my shop, it's not the first one we've ever seen. I probably have a plan.
And there's some diagnostics.
Yeah, I don't understand. He's not the first guy to have a stroke, so how come she's...
Yeah.
And I always hear this, you got to advocate, you got to know, you got to really demand, but give me a break. It's a stroke he isn't the first guy ever have a stroke, so there should be literally, here is the tree of diagnostic, and here's the treatment tree, here's where we're going with this thing.
And stroke rehabilitation, it is such a... It's a long road because everyone's so unique.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's always if we do this, this, and this, he's going to be better.
No,
I'm not saying that, but they should kind of have a roadmap.
You'd
and
think.
say, okay, here's the deal. He's been laying in bed for 3 weeks. His right side is still immobile.
Yeah.
He can't talk. He still can't swallow. He's going to a nursing home. Here's what to expect. I don't think she's really had that conversation with anybody because there's no point man. There's no person with accountability you talk to.
No.
It'd be nice even if you had like a college advisor, or somebody who like says
like an ombudsman or something.
Yeah. Here you go. I'm your point of contact with the hospital.
Well, there's an idea. You could have a patient advocate in every step of the way. Because there's some people that are good. My wife's a good advocate. If I, something messed something up, and I've been in the emergency room before, and she's the one who has to kind of say stuff because I'm a guy and I'm stupid and I'm a chicken. So she's an advocate for me.
How many 50 and 6-year-old single guys don't know anything about anything when there's stuff going on like this stuff?
Think about that. That's the thing. I've got friends in their 70s that have gone through similar stuff, and there ain't nobody there for them.
Yeah.
And it's very much like this, where you just sit and rot in a rehab center for months and months, maybe get moved to an elevated care center. But nobody is taking that interest. It's just like, oh, yeah, it's time for your checkup. Yep. Okay, we'll see you again in 6 months.
Yeah.
No improvement. Cool, great. So I'll just sit here until money runs out? Is that it?
That's pretty much it. It's crazy. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. He's not that old.
60 and a half.
Damn, dude.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's I put this note on here. Shatner has a song on his Has-Been album called Live Life Like You're Gonna Die. It's great.
Is this the same album with like Rocket Man?
No, that was afterwards.
Do you celebrate his entire record collection?
No, because Has-Been, it was a collaboration between him and Ben Folds. So Ben Folds was like executive producer. So he had Joe Jackson and Brad Paisley and Henry Rollins and all these different artists. It was
interesting.
It's a good album, and you got to be into the Shat to understand, to get it. But so anyway, there's like a soul.
What's it called? Live Life Like You're Gonna Die?
Yeah, here I can play it right.
Pull it up. 2004 album.
I love that album.
I never heard anything off it. I thought he just had the one that from like the 60s.
No. Well, you had to have heard Common People by him.
It's not ringing a bell.
What?
No.
What? This is a great album. Okay.
There's a ballet called Common People set to this album.
Is there?
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
I have no idea.
Oh, my God.
Shatner is actually more well-rounded than I thought.
Do you know this Pulp song?
No. What is this?
I can't believe you know this song. I've had people tell me, like, how do you know so much music? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a nerd.
Just consume it.
So that's Ben Folds in the background.
Deet, 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 deet. This ain't bad.
It's great. And if you jam this thing, you'll be shocked at how much fun it is to listen to. Wait till Joe Jackson kicks in. This is what I'm waiting for. I'm playing until Joe Jackson kicks in. Are you sure?
Really?
It's fucking great.
So this is like, in terms of like Shatner eras.
Yeah.
This is like the Boston Legal, Denny Crane, name on the door. It's that kind of resurgence.
Yeah. So he had done Ben Folds had an EP called Fear of Music, and so he had done one song with Shatner as a spoken word on Fear of Music, and then after they had done it, there was a conversation. Well, let's do a whole album. But dude, there's hang on.
It's good stuff.
Actually, this song is the most melodic. Where is the Henry Rollins? This one is great.
That's a weird combo with Henry Rollins and William Shatner. Little Hawaii 5-0. This is like a poetry slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
very beat poet. I like it. I might have to give that album a listen.
Check it out.
Okay.
I'm telling you, especially if you're in the shop working.
Yeah.
There's a couple songs that are like heavy melodrama, like he's speaking like as a dad who didn't pay attention to his kids, which is one of my favorite ones. And there's another one where he's just like a down and out actor. And I tell you what, Ben Folds really carried that album because the later albums with. I know too much about this.
No, it's fine.
I'm going to tell you
it's
right
fine.
now.
I like
so
it.
the album with Rocket Man, Folds doesn't work with him on, and you can tell that there's just not a cohesiveness. There's not they don't really work with his voice the same way.
Okay.
He pushes too hard, and whoever's producing is going, "Yeah, Bill, that's great."
Just let him do whatever.
Nobody's reeling him in, and I think that album with Shatner and Folds is probably the best thing. So
interesting. No, I've never heard that. That's, and I'm a Ben Folds fan, so I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Did you see him when he was in Bloomington
No,
couple times?
It was the Request tour, the Paper Airplane Request tour.
Yeah.
And did you?
No, a couple friends did. I almost bought tickets, but I didn't.
He's always around. I think he's playing Effingham like next week or something.
Really?
Yeah. Effington. Do you remember that song?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right, let's bust open another beer here.
Yeah.
How
what do we
about
got?
a double vanilla noir from Prairie Brewing Company? I believe they're from Lincoln, Nebraska, or
somewhere out on the edge of the prairie. Yeah.
This beer I've been holding on to for like 2 years. I bought it at Joe's Liquors in Memphis, Tennessee. You could buy like a pack of Christmas
Thank you.
noir beers. So,
and they did. Was it Prairie Bomb? That was one of my favorite.
Oh man,
that one was so good. Like a barrel-aged stout. So what else we talking about pre-show, brother?
Yeah, customer of the week. Oh, yeah, this woman, man. She bought a car today, which shocked me because she came in earlier in the week. She goes, I'm here to talk to Amanda. She has a sales manager for me to talk to because I don't talk to salespeople. What?
Like right out of the gate?
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
Never met her before. She came from Peoria. She never bought a car from us. I'm like, well, okay, I don't know you. Amanda's on vacation. Let me walk up sales managers. Of course, neither of them is helpful at all. So I walk over to Scott, the salesperson, and I'm like, Scott, this woman, I don't know what's going on. And Scott's like, okay, you looked her up, and she's not in the system. So I'm like, all right, we're going to say you have an appointment.
What was she looking at? What kind of car?
Tundra, new Tundra.
Oh,
I mean,
awesome.
she's a baller.
Okay.
She's a player. And she walks over to Scott. She goes, I don't deal with salespeople. I just go right to the managers. I get what I want. And if you don't have the color I want, I'm going to go somewhere else. And I'm like, oh.
Please. Get lost.
That's where I'm at. You know, we don't make any money on these trucks anyway. You know, Tacomas and Tundras, we basically give them away.
Well, not new, yeah.
Yeah, even new. We just, please, take our Tundra, take our Tacoma, because right now Toyota's made them like a vehicle that's a quantity vehicle.
Okay.
You know, you're not holding gross on them. So...
But that sets the tone right off the gate. Just so you know, I don't deal with you people.
That's great. Ma'am, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but we're not making a whole lot of money in these things anyway. As a matter of fact, that Tacoma lease that I was advertising today, we're losing like $2,000 a copy. Now, with holdback and God knows with the lease financing, maybe they're doing a little better than that. But realistically, right off the bat, under invoice, the salespeople are getting paid off zero, you know, on these things. So we're not making much money on these Tacomas, if anything.
Also, what year is she buying said vehicle in? 1957?
Right.
You know, are people really getting raked over the... No, I know there's examples.
Well,
okay.
I'm guessing if she goes into the dealership and has to talk to a sales manager directly, she probably doesn't get online and go haggling, you know, all around.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But, like, are people really getting raked over the coals? Is that what I'm saying? That's...
No, they're wasting our time, though. We had another one today. It was a customer who called in. And I think they're from Havana, and they're like, they have this car in Springfield at this price. Can you guys beat it? We never serviced them, never had them as a customer, so they're shopping us.
Sure.
So, so the sales manager's like, oh, here's what we'll do. We don't have that car, but if we did, we'd sell it for this, but we can't get it. So we'll just make up a number. And oh, by the way, and then the more evil part of that is, I found 3 up in Chicago that are equipped exactly how you want them. Those dealers are probably blow them out. Why don't you call them?
Yeah, go drive 3 hours north of
yeah,
here.
just to waste their time.
Yeah,
because it's not worth our time. We're not a shopping service. We'd rather sell a car to somebody who's going to come back and service it with us.
Sure.
Frankly, it's hard enough to get a Sienna van. Can we even get them that often? No. So if we get one, do we want to sell it to a guy from Denver or California
and just have it disappear?
Yeah. No, what's the point? So we'd rather sell it to somebody locally and have it come back for service, get it as a trade-in later.
Yeah.
That's kind of the end game when you're selling cars nowadays. You're trying to keep the service department busy, trying to keep all the other parts of the dealership busy.
Well, there's some dealers I know up in the Chicago area and suburbs. I mean, all they want to do is low price, value leader, crank them out in volume.
But they always have one VIN number with a stock number. They'll get you in, and then they'll try and tie you down to something else. They'll try and wrap you up in there. Oh, Lehman's, and I can say this in the pre-show because this isn't public.
Yeah,
they sell just a heinous maintenance package now.
Yeah,
I had a guy come in the other day. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got brakes are covered and everything's covered for 200,000 miles on my car." I'm like, yeah, Lehman's.
Yeah.
Because if you come in here with that coupon, they want to pay me like $100 for your brake job. Have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, I noticed that with a particular dealer we're both familiar with, where it was like, Jeep Wrangler, year-end clearance, $30,000, something, for a Wrangler Sport. And I looked at it, and then there's one.
Yeah.
There's one in the stock, and everything else is $6,000 to $10,000 higher than that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the same vehicle. And I'm like, what? Like, what's that? And of course, there's just all this little fine print and all this other stuff. So I'm sure there's some bait and switch and things like that.
There's a pile of Jeeps next door. That's the other thing too. Our lot's empty all the time. We don't sell the best. We could sell more. I have no doubt they could sell more. But when you look next door and it's Uftring and it's a Jeep store, if they can't sell Jeeps, then there's something wrong.
Well,
nobody wants them, right?
Look at what's there. And Ram, full-size Ram pickups.
Yeah, nobody's buying those.
Well, I've heard the fit and finish is great. I've also heard people that might work now and then for a said dealer doing transport, and they're like, yeah, every one of them's got warning lights on the dash, and, we go to transport a vehicle, and there's issues with it, right? I mean, 4 miles, 15 miles on them, and there's issues with them.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. The other thing, too, is they can't figure out what they want to do with things like, I don't know, powertrains. So like the Dodge Ram, for like 2 years, they've been doing this twin turbo inline 6 with all kinds of kind of goofy power adders and stuff like that. Well, then they're adding, we got the Hemi. We brought the Hemi back.
Yeah, they did that after they
had
struggled a bit, right?
Yeah. So now all these trucks that they built thinking that 6-cylinder twin turbo was the answer, they're sitting on lots because all the people are like, forget that. I'm going to buy this Hemi. So there's, if you look at stock, there's trucks from like 2022, 23, brand new, still on lots.
I didn't know that.
If you search and do like the Car Gurus, somebody, it was Jalopnik or it was on Reddit, somebody just bought like a Dodge Dart that was new, and it was like a 2017 or 18 that was still not sold, new.
So the Dart, is that an American car, or is it a European import? What is that thing?
I don't know if it was based on a Fiat, but I think it's Fiat running gear.
Okay.
And it was actually a great car.
Yeah.
It just never took off because post-Neon, people were like, I'm done with cars. But it was you could get a little GT or a Rally that had like a turbo and a 5-speed or 6-speed. Cute little car, quite quick, great handling, didn't sell for anything. And I think it was like Jalopnik or somebody wrote up like, some guy found the last one still new in a dealer inventory and bought it at a deep discount.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing, too, is...
Here's a 2015 for $6,900 in Bloomington.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, they made what was it called? A multi-air turbo, Dart turbo. And I heard they were great. So is 2016 the last year of it? I think so.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I think so. I thought they kept going with it.
I thought it was in the 2020s at least.
Yeah. Well, that just shows to go, yeah.
Just shows to go.
I just stopped paying attention to a lot of their vehicles. It's unfortunate because, again, I think that there's merit there. I think Jeeps are great. I didn't know the Wranglers because I saw that. I clicked on the ad because that ad for the $30,000 Jeep. I'm like, it might be fun.
Well, a couple of years ago, you could buy a base Jeep for like $24,000.
You could.
Yeah.
You could, but it had that, that Pentastar V6 and stuff. I'm like, this thing has, the new Wrangler is a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder. And that's a lot of vehicle to be moving with that little tiny thing.
Come on, man. You can get a ton of horsepower out of 2 liters now.
I guess, but it's working all the time. And I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking, so you put oversized tires, you put all this extra gear on it, you lift it, and that thing is just working at 96 to 100% all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas like the old, inline sixes that they used to put in there, it was barely breaking a sweat.
Dude, I had a Renault when I was in Italy. It was a 5-speed transmission. I don't know what was in that engine, but oh my God, was I winding that thing out? I was in third gear on the highway at some points, just trying to get some horsepower of that thing. So I think we just got to get used to the new reality.
Maybe. See, what is it? Oh, the Chevy Trax. That new Trax is like a 1.2 liter with a turbo. And somebody was saying like, this is just how it is now.
Yeah.
Like if you want a fuel efficient, okay sized car, it's going to be under 2 liters with a turbo.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so devil's advocate, because now they're talking about rolling back CAFE standards.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to, if they roll back CAFE and say some of these guys like, all right, we have to put all these inhibitors on our diesels and all that stuff. Now all of a sudden we're burning more gas. We got more bigger trucks on. Next thing you know, gas prices are going back up again.
Right.
And then people are going to be like, oh, I need that small displacement. I need to get it.
Oh, it's a total cycle. It's a cycle.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Every time gas prices go to $4 a gallon, this happened. I think within the 5 years we've done the show, people trade that stuff off.
They do.
And then you should just put it in a warehouse and sit on it, because 2 years later when gas gets back down under $3, those cars will be back up $20,000 more valuable.
I think the perfect car that exemplifies that is there's still a market and there's still some value for the two arguably worst cars ever made. And that would be the Geo Metro and the Ford Festiva. Not only do they have a cult following, but there's people like, I just keep driving this because it's 50 mile per gallon.
Yeah.
And,
True.
I saved money back when I bought it in 91. And I'm saving money today.
Yeah.
And they just keep rebuilding them and rebuilding them.
You're right.
It's crazy.
CRX has never had the lifespan because they just rusted out.
Unfortunately, They were cool little cars.
They were. Yeah, but the doors were as wide as my laptop screen here.
You close it clease, it sounds like a dryer door.
It's like literally that big.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you get an accident and just die instantly.
No, that was a very good point, though, is everybody freaks out. And then you remember, when we were growing up in the 80s, a Cadillac when we grew up was 500 cubic inches and 20 feet long. And after like OPEC 1 and 2, all of a sudden in the mid 80s, the Cadillacs are half the size, half the cylinders. The Cimarron came out. Like, this is a Cadillac?
Dude, I saw what was the Seville? Was that the humpback?
The humpback.
Yeah, I saw one the other day on the road with the, just like my grandparents, those wheel covers that were like bolted on.
The Continental kit on the back.
Yeah. That's great.
I'll tell you what, though, it's cyclical because there's guys now that collect those and they're highly sought after. As a kid, we thought they were hideous.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, that's gross. Even my grandparents like, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
But now there's people that love them.
Yeah. I mean, at least they did something. So many times. I mean, there was a conversation we had this week at work about, I think it was a diagram of every SUV and its style right now. It's like, it was all the way from like Lamborghini to a Mazda hatch.
They're all the same color and they all look the same.
Yeah, same shape.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so gross.
I've seen that. But that's where we're at. There's no variation.
Yeah.
And if there is, it's like the radically. Have you seen the Cadillac Celestiq?
No.
It's $400,000 Cadillac.
Okay, but let's get in. What can we find for $40,000 that's unique?
For $40,000, Nissan doesn't make the Cube anymore, do they?
No.
I'll be honest. I think those two, like the Honda Element, the Nissan Cube.
Well, Honda Element's been gone for 10 or 15 years.
But they're like the last two unique.
I get that. And the Nissan Cube. But
nothing. We don't make anything. In the States, we don't sell anything here stateside that is unique and cool and different and stands out. I really don't think so.
Yeah. Even if I were to think like, let's go crazy on the EVs, even the Tesla and the Rivian models are pretty staid by design standards.
By now, when they came out, they were kind of neat.
Maybe.
Like the Model X.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting, but that was also probably more than 40 grand.
But
when
now
that
I see
came
them
out.
everywhere. When we were in Zurich, I saw them. I see them in Mexico City. And they're all the same friggin' colors. They're all white, black, and gray, right?
Yeah, like an appliance. That's
Yeah.
what they are. The Miata. The Miata is the only thing I think that comes close to being different or edgy around 40K.
Yeah.
Where someone could, I still think, especially in that maroon, if somebody rolls up at that or drives it on the street, you're like, oh, that's kind of a cool little car.
That's true.
You notice it.
The lines on the front are very, very cute little car.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact it's a coupe and it's small, yeah, it's unique.
Yeah. Everything else, you have to have something that the design punches through the monotony of modern cars.
Trying to think off the top of my head anything. I mean, a friend of mine he was a Celica guy, and he got the Kia Stinger.
Oh, yeah, I remember when those came out. That was a big deal.
It was kind of cool, but now he drove in the other day. He still got that Kia Stinger, and I'm like, yeah, how do you like it? It's still a good car. I'm like, it's got 100,000 miles on it. You know, the calipers were yellow, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think they had 300 horse and a turbo. On paper, they looked great. And then I saw a guy rebuild a motor on YouTube, and just the design of that motor was not good.
yeah, Okay, so the Cybertruck. As soon as I just typed in coolest shaped new car, Cybertruck is number one. Give me a break.
Okay.
And then there's this Bentley that's got like a stupid wheel flare thing, but it's not a real car. It's a concept car. New retro wave. Haggerty. What's this article? 13 cars of the present inspired by the past. The Renault 17. The Alpine A110. Never heard of that. The BMW Vision New Classe. The Fiat 500e. Ford Bronco. Okay, I'll give the Ford Bronco something. The Honda E.
Which we don't get.
yeah.
Is that the one with the round headlights?
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
like an old. Yeah. They sold that in Japan and Europe. And
The
we
Hyundai
don't get it.
Vision. Yeah, the Hyundai Vision, I remember seeing some stuff on that. That looks like a 70s car.
Yeah, with almost like a yeah.
It's got a wedge hood, basically.
Very squared off.
And flared back wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that thing looked cool.
Nissan 300Z. Opel has a electro mod that looks totally cool. That's electric.
What's the
Peugeot E-Legend, Renault 5.
what's the Hyundai that looks like a Golf? It's an Ioniq 6,
Yeah.
Ioniq 5.
Okay, you know what?
Those are cool.
Hyundai has some cool designs. They're doing like some 80s style with their taillights, stuff like that. Okay, I've seen some neat stuff. This Renault Aura Ita? I don't know what this is.
I got.
Sorry.
Ooh,
That's cool.
that is killer.
I don't know what it is, but
No, it looks like another 80s hot hatch.
yeah, I mean, maybe there's hope.
There might be. But I just, driving over here, I saw, a guy.
The Rivian R3. You know what? The Rivian R3, when I saw the designs of that's the
Similar.
little hatch. I thought, that's a cool car.
Yeah, I forgot all about that because we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, right? It's going to be made in Georgia. We don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of things that matter in Central Illinois.
It's breaking news.
Yes, Raising Cane's. Okay, so
Gosh.
I actually commented on a PJ Star thread this last week.
Yeah. You commented on a few. I saw
Oh,
some of your
does
stuff
it
on-
alert you? Did you see my screenshot about who gets where Raising Cane's is from? It's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The head fry cook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
yeah. Well, you know what? People are like, oh, it's great. We get Raising Cane's here. I'm like, that's awesome. There's no more people coming to Peoria, so you're just watering down the population of restaurants here.
Places to go.
Yeah, and
things
you're
to
getting
do.
chicken strips. Congratulations on getting more chicken strips with one sauce flavor, which is Raising Cane's.
So,
Are you a Raising Cane's fan?
I've never been.
Never, ever.
I've never had it.
There's one in Joliet. You never stopped into Joliet and be like,
No.
oh, there's Raising Cane's over there. Let's go check it out.
No, and years ago, my wife went to one down in the Metro East area or St. Louis area where she was visiting family, and her sister was like, we got to go. Because she lived in South Carolina, and I think they had it out there.
Yeah, it's a southern thing.
And she's like, you got to go. And she got it, and Sarah's like, it's just chicken fingers? She's like, yeah. It's like, what else do they have? Chicken fingers.
They got a sandwich with 2 fingers on it.
She's like, okay. And she had them. And she's like, this place sucks. So my wife has been dogging Raising Cane's for years.
God bless you, Sarah. God bless you, one and all.
She keeps it real. But yeah, they had their grand opening here on the 9th. I had some friends who drove by. They live kind of by the mall where this got put in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on a ring road outside the mall where there's like a Chipotle. I mean, it's your basic, middle America mall food court checklist.
I need to go to Google Maps and look at the restaurants that are all around that.
So there's a
What's that mall called?
Northwoods.
Northwoods.
So there's a Chipotle. There's a Chick-fil-A within stone's throwing distance.
Literally, you could throw a stone.
Mickey D's, Panda Express. Across the way, there's Sonic's, which, by the way, shout out to Sonic's. I still like them. I don't care what anybody says.
And I'll give you that. They're across the road. You're right.
Yeah. And then a Portillo's, which is a Chicago-based Italian beef chain, which is pretty good. But this Raising Cane's went in, and everybody for weeks has been going bonkers. A friend of mine stopped in there because it's all lit up. I think they were doing training. And there was a guy at the front door, and he's like, no, we're not open till the 9th. Come on back then. Well, by 5 a.m., people were camped out on December 9th.
Camped out.
Tents.
For chain restaurant food.
Yeah. And the only other time I've seen that is it Chick-fil-A? I think if you the first, what is it, first 50 people?
That was the deal with Chick-fil-A. You actually could get a prize if you were one of the first people, like the first 100 people get Chick-fil-A for a year or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
you get a little coupon, but it's really not that because it's like you get like one chicken sandwich a week.
Yeah, $10 a week.
It's so stupid. So anyways, these people were out camping out and they went bananas. There were police doing crowd control.
Oh, God.
I mean, the whole 9 yards for a chicken fingers restaurant. And
with one sauce flavor.
With one stinking sauce. So if you're going to camp out, though, and there's no prize, I mean, the prize is you get to buy the chicken fingers, okay? Which, by the way, as an adult, you should like something other than just chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to die on that hill. I'm tired of it.
You haven't dealt with enough kids of this generation.
No, just nieces and nephews, and it's exhausting because that's all they eat.
Cheese pizzas and chicken nuggets.
That's it.
Yeah.
And those folks, we've now had 2 generations of people who have grown up just eating chicken fingers.
Yeah.
And now they're adults paying mortgages.
Yeah.
And having, comorbidities that they get treatment for. And they're eating chicken fingers. This is ridiculous. So if you're going to camp out, I think you should camp out at like a Ruth's Chris or a Texas de Brazil, like a Brazilian steakhouse. Make it worth your while.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Doors open. What would you like, sir? I want a ribeye and 17 Brazilian sausages in my mouth.
How many people, like, after they get through the line, after they stood in line for 2 days, froze their ass off in Peoria, got, a sandwich and some tendos and some fries, got outside and put it in their mouth and go, yeah, that was totally worth it. Or how many people really secretly in the back of their head, they were like, why did I do that? Okay, it's just...
How was it? It was good.
Yeah, it's the best I ever had.
Even if it wasn't.
This goes back to my Yeti argument, the Yeti cooler argument.
Oh, you have an argument?
I do have an argument.
And what is it? What's your hot take on Yeti coolers?
So you spent a Yeti cooler is by rumor, and everybody says it's the best cooler ever.
Sure.
Why is it the best? Well, because it holds ice the best. Does it? Oh, because it's so durable. Is it? Is it more so that you spent $400 on a cooler and you have a harder time admitting the deficiencies of that? If you spend $400 on something,
Bingo.
You're not going to be the first guy in line to say, yeah, that wasn't worth it.
No, of course.
It's the best.
I have to reassure myself constantly.
Yeah. And okay.
Do you own any Yeti products?
No, I actually don't.
Okay.
I
I don't either, so it's fine.
No, I don't think I do. We have some Yeti tumblers, but I don't have a Yeti cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Yeti tumblers are, I think, $50 a piece or something.
Yeah. Well, and we had some nice ones we made for summer scholarship that were like engraved. And I'll probably do some more because they're nice products.
They hold up.
Yeah, and you get new lids, you get replacement parts, all that stuff, whatever.
I just looked at a cooler, and I looked at the cooler, and I said, this is going to cost more than the vehicle it's going to ride around in. So we're done here. And that was like at either a Dick's on clearance or like a Academy Sports. Somebody had it on sale, and I'm like, I can't even afford this.
There's been comparisons of like a $400 Yeti versus like a $50 Coleman from Walmart. And like the ice is like 30 minutes difference between the two.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'd like to do a comparison of that between that and like just the styrofoam thing you get at the bait shop. Because that stuff holds up.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've done that countless times. We did that in Mexico. We did it in Scotland. We stopped and got a $3.99 cooler.
Yeah.
And threw our lunch meat and...
ice is still ice in the morning.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter. Also, that cooler's going to be around.
It squeaks, though. I'll give it that. You got the squeak factor.
Squeaky.
Yeah. That's it. Anyway.
I will gladly pay $700 to get rid of the squeaks in my cooler.
The other problem I have with Raising Cane's, it would be like one thing. It was like, all right, they're owned by local franchisees. So it's like a McDonald's. Okay. So, local people, local franchisees are getting paid. But the head fry chef in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he owns 90% of the company. So any corporate profits,
they're going to him.
Yeah, they're going to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah. So you've done nothing. You've done nothing to help the local community.
Yeah.
You've pillaged other restaurants. You've brought in some more low-wage jobs.
Right.
And you've really done nothing to elevate anything in the area.
How many years do you give Raising Cane's? Because I feel like we've done this before. You know, the KFC franchises between here and Timbuktu.
What's up with that? Because I
Gone.
think KFC is a way better franchise than a Raising Cane's.
The same franchise owner owned like here, Bloomington, I think Springfield and
And
Champaign.
maybe that's why the franchise system doesn't work, because
Gone.
maybe you got to have a corporate owner or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's
'Cause,
what it is.
You know, Panda Expresses somehow thrive. I don't get Panda Express. I can literally walk into the frozen food section at any Kroger, and I can get the exact same food. I can go to Sam's or Costco, and I can make a whole meal of the exact same stuff at Panda Express, probably in the same
The same sauce.
foil containers and
Yeah.
everything, and just warm it up in my oven.
But they cook it right there.
No, they don't.
It's like
garbage.
Olive.
It's garbage.
It's like Olive Garden. It's definitely not out of a microwave. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get a lot of what people do nowadays, but I think the Raising Cane's.
People don't know how to cook. I mean, there is a serious problem with this generation.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
I think you nailed it. The folks aren't interested in it. I get it. Like there's times where I don't have it in me,
Yeah.
and it's a convenience thing. Frankly, when I was growing up, the only time we ate quote unquote fast food was when we were on vacation, and it was like once on vacation.
Saturday nights, we would go to the, I don't think it was a Tasty Freeze. What was it called? It was something in Fairbury.
Velvet Freeze?
No, it was a local place.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay,
we'd go get burgers and those chunky wedge fries,
Yeah.
and and my brother would get a pizza burger, and I'd get
It was like a treat, right?
yeah, exactly, and we get a Faygo root beer maybe from the grocery store.
Nice.
That was the extent of eating out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, my guys at work are doing Grubhub.
I know
and-
people that do like every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
the guys are doing Grubhub from Taco John's, which is literally 5 minutes up the road.
I don't get any of that.
You're paying $15 service fee for 5 minutes down the road.
Not to mention all the ecological impact of somebody just like driving to get your food because you're such a lazy, you know what. I'll tell you, what we need to do is bring back, when we were growing up, there was like the local places, but realistically it was KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King. And that was it. We didn't have Taco Bell. We didn't have Arby's.
I grew up in a much smaller town than you, so we didn't even have that.
Well, and I felt like that was a big deal. And when we drove down south, it was like, what's this?
Yeah.
Well, that's a Crystal, son, and we're not going there because that's gross.
Yeah.
You know.
Angela Checkers, never going to Checkers.
She doesn't like Checkers.
No, she doesn't.
Their fries are the bomb.
They
though.
are the bomb.
That's-
yeah.
it's
I got
so
eight in a
good.
Checkers burger one time. He's like, "Oh, this is the best."
Yeah,
Like, don't tell your mom.
yeah. It's like
I don't care.
there's a Nick Nolte movie, Affliction. There's a line with him and his daughter. He's like, he's seeing his daughter. He's got custody for the weekend. He's like, "You want to sneak a Big Mac on mom like the old days?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of remember doing that with my dad, like once in a while." Did you guys eat? Oh no.
Yeah.
And then he's like, looks at me like, "Don't tell your mom we scarfed a chicken sandwich
Yeah.
in the car. McChicken in the car."
So Sunday, and this is not to sound pretentious or anything like that, because it's just basically a boiled chicken meal. But it was chicken cacciatore. You make a sauce. You cut up some peppers, cut up an onion, put in some tomato paste and some tomato sauce, and
Anchovies.
no anchovies in that. I don't think it called for them. Pretty sure it didn't. You put olives in it. You can put olives. That's
Yeah,
an
okay.
optional thing. But red wine, chicken stock, and then you boil. Well, actually, you fry your chicken oil, and then you throw it in there, and you cook it in this base in your Dutch oven for like 90 minutes.
It just falls apart.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I put 8 chicken thighs in there, and then we ate on that for like the next 3 days.
Yeah.
I literally scooped up a ladle and put it in it with some of my spinach every day, and I made lunch with that. I'm like, everybody needs to know how to do that.
I know.
It costs the chicken thighs cost $8. The peppers cost like $3. Onion costs nothing.
So you've had 4 or 5 days of meals
Yeah.
for a couple people.
Yeah.
For what?
And then I found some
$9.
old noodles in the freezer. So a couple of nights for dinner, I just boiled the noodles, laid down a bed of noodles, and then put more cacciatore over top of that. You know,
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, some people, they get bored easily or they don't do leftovers.
Yeah.
Get over that.
I don't get either.
I don't either.
I think that's Jake. I think Jake's a non-leftover guy.
Doesn't do left, like
I
just-
could be wrong. He'll flip out if I'm wrong.
No, he'll let you know. But there's, I got family that's like that. I don't,
I know somebody who's really adamant about leftover. I'm sorry, Jake, if I thought it was you, but I'm pretty sure it's you.
but things like, I don't know. I like things the second day. Maybe that's a weird thing.
It depends on the dish, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I'll eat like We had Alexander Steakhouse the other night.
Oh yeah, I'll eat that left.
And I chomped and scromped on that for lunch.
Yeah.
I didn't even heat it up.
Or I'll slice that steak extra thin and put it down with some eggs.
The steak and eggs.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, damn it. All right, I'm hungry. Okay, so
anyway, all
Raising
right.
Cane's
So Raising
ain't
Cane's
nothing.
sucks, and it was funny because Josh Lanning was jumping all over those threads on the Peoria Journal-Star. He's like, "Oh, Brightbird Kitchen." And I've never heard that. I'm like, "No, you haven't, because it's not a real restaurant yet." And I love Josh for his efforts, but trolling the Peoria Journal-Star pages, on this stuff doesn't look that productive either. So it's tough.
Yeah, it is. And also get a marketing plan and put money behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you do that.
Yeah, right.
I'll be happy to give you free advice. Well, not free.
I'm
'cause-
Daryl Scott. I'll be here all week.
Yeah, I'll be here all week. No, something else that does suck that I noticed. We've talked about Harbor Freight tools in the past, right?
Yes.
I'm not above the Harbor Freight.
We have a couple of them in the shop.
They're not bad.
These jacks?
There's Daytonas.
Yes.
Do you have any problems with seals blowing out?
No.
Okay.
But I'm willing to replace them every 2 years as needed.
So this thing's a year old,
Okay.
and I've used it, I think, twice, maybe 3 times tops. The last time I used it, I
Your
put...
cars are heavier than my Toyotas.
Well, yeah, it could be. The last time I actually used it on the truck because it's a 4-tonner,
Okay.
and it's one of those longer.
Yeah.
Orange.
The low boys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
decent. I paid almost $300
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
And as soon as I got done, I moved it in the garage, and then I went to move it a couple weeks later. And it's a big pool of hydraulic fluid underneath, like jack oil underneath, and I'm like, huh. And I'm like, well, maybe I don't know. I don't know what.
Maybe it was me.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it'll go away. It's got even worse. So it's having a massive hemorrhage. There's a massive contusion.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this thing. So I Google it online, and there's a lot of people that are like, hey, yeah, those seals and those 2 little pistons, they go out.
Should be serviceable, aren't they?
They are, and then you have to bleed it, and it's not a bad deal. And supposedly there's a 3-year warranty. Well, I didn't save the receipt for the thing. So for $30,
They usually take your phone number down when you buy stuff there.
do they?
Yes.
I might call. That's what Sarah's like. Take it back to the store and just make it their problem. And I'm like, but for $30, I might just rebuild it. But also, it's heavy. I don't want to lift it. I don't know. I'm being lazy.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm looking for. I've seen like the low boys, the what do you call it? The aluminum, the kind of race car, like 2 pumps and it's up. Like, does anybody that you know of make a jack worth of crap under like $1,000?
See, I don't buy nice stuff for my guys in the shop. That's a rule.
You
right
just
there.
buy a lot of these.
Yeah. I would rather buy 3 of these than one nice one that gets. It's just like anything, like my battery testers, my battery chargers.
Yeah.
I would rather have something built on like giant wooden wheels that has to be rolled out like a cart, like from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Because I don't want stuff stolen. Anything that's too nice in a shop that gets left outside,
It'll disappear.
it does. So I'd rather have terrible stuff in these situations on commonly used things.
That,
like that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
See, and it wouldn't be such a big deal for me, but I gave my old Harbor Freight jack. It was a 3-ton, which still worked for most of my stuff. And I had that for like 15 years. And it worked.
You gave
but
it to somebody?
I gave it to my brother-in-law.
Oh. Just say, hey, I got you this one. I'm going to take that one back.
I literally, like a week before I noticed this puddle, and I'm like, damn it. Do I do the whole thing where I'm like, hey, can I have that back? No.
Just say, oh, hey, my jack blew out. I need that one back.
Can I call him and have you say that?
I literally got on. I went to AutoZone or Menards, something like that, and I got a jack stand kit with a little jack,
Yeah.
and I have literally used that thing for the last 20 years. It's just a little garbage jack.
Yeah.
It goes up about that high.
Mm-hmm.
I use it on my mower. I use it on my camper. I use it on everything.
It's come in handy.
But somehow, that thing has survived all the abuse. The wheels are kind of cockeyed and bent from where it's like rolled over sometimes on itself, or the arm's a little bent, but it still works. I don't know.
Maybe I should go the cheap route.
There was a time where you could say, "Oh, I'd buy a Craftsman. That Craftsman would be the best thing I'll ever get."
My dad still has one that I've seen him. It's been in the garage since I was a kid.
I don't believe anything. I don't believe the brand name on anything anymore.
No, it's probably made by
It's probably the same company that made the Harbor Freight one.
Panda Express.
Yeah.
Same stuff.
Good luck.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing, it's kind of an old man rant, but it was bitter cold for Thanksgiving.
This is a hot take. This
Is it?
is like real show. We could do a whole show on this subject.
We could. And I actually got served up and at it again, but like tonight on the way over when I got gas. But the whole thing with the ads playing on those, the
This
touch
is
screens.
Pump TV with Anna Lee.
Exactly. It's so bad. Some of them just play like, here's some music from like Speedway Rewards.
Yeah,
and it's just like
yeah.
some, background music. And then others, it's like trying to sell you stuff or trying to,
Yeah.
Do you need a car wash? Of course you do, you slob, like that. But they're so loud, they're so annoying. And I one of the times I stopped and one of those ads was assaulting me, verbally, viscerally assaulting me. I looked across the street and there's this house right next to the gas station. And besides being next to a gas station, which is not optimal,
No.
you hit all hours of the night. This is a 24-hour.
Yeah.
Somebody is in bed in that house, and they're like, "Would you like a Milky Way 2 for $3?" They're listening to that all the time.
Yeah.
That's horrible. I want them to turn the volume down a little bit. That's all. Do you get that?
I have come to the conclusion. This comes out of my whole podcast rant, and I still haven't listened to a podcast since we did our last show.
Really?
Our time is worth so much to people. And so
True.
This gas station thing, and just like everything gets served up to us, obviously our time is commodity. I took a last splash there. I'll take just one more splash. This Noir is a beautiful beer.
It is. It's very good.
Yeah. No, these are great beers, and I meant to share one with Don, and then when Don and I drove away from each other out in Utah, he didn't get those. I'm sorry, Don.
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
Totally.
But no, it just goes to show
how valuable.
Yes, that people think, your time is to be standing there at a gas station. It's worth pumping electricity and a video production through a gas pump for you to watch. You need 2 M&Ms, for $3 or something like that. I don't get it.
I'm sure there's some metric too,
People
this
are served this ad
1.5
times more responsive to buying M&Ms.
Right. The conversion rate is
everything's a metric, and we do this in the dealership too. It's it's hours per RO, how many hours you serve. What are the hours the technicians are, optimization. How efficient are you? I mean, there's all these different metrics, and you can run everything off these metrics.
It's cool, but
there are people who operate that way, and you know what? To be fair, if you're going to run a business, you need bean counters to do that. But as a consumer, I'm just not plugging into that stuff. I'm not going to do it.
Well, you're wise to it now.
I am.
You're wise to it.
It's like I've started to see through the friggin' Matrix stuff. Now I feel like I'm going to die at this point because now I've started to see through the veil.
Whoa, I knew Kung Fu. What's the movie? I've never seen it. It's the John Carpenter movie, They Live.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With Roddy Piper.
Totally.
Where you put the glasses on and
Yeah. Oh, everything. I mean, yeah, I 2 of my friends posted something the other day. It was about how it was something about Muslims. And we're not going to take this on religious things, but it was like they both on the same day posted something about the Muslim religion and how they were experts all of a sudden. I'm like, where are these marching orders coming from? And I snooze both of them because I just anybody who starts posting stuff that's a cut and paste.
Yeah, you're like, I'm out.
30-day snooze. I don't want to hear. And then when they pop back up, I'm like, oh God, this has been 30 days already.
You again. No, that's welcome to 2025, Eric.
But everybody's.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody is. Everything's contrived. I don't find anything original. Even my own stuff. When I'm putting stuff on Instagram, I'm like, I am literally just part of the system. Like my feed on Instagram, Facebook. This will shock you. Is all food and speaking Italian stuff. That's it. Yeah.
As it should be.
Well, maybe, but at the same time, there's a whole block of Italian vacation people or food companies that are like, oh yeah, we got this guy right here on the ropes. He's gonna spend this much money when he comes. We know this. I'm still part of that algorithm.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's caught in some kind of a little wheel somewhere.
That's true. And so even the ads for I forget what the hell they were trying to sell me when coming back from my parents is where I got assaulted last with the come on in today. I think it was a Speedway. It's what. None of the whatever they were pitching worked. I went in, took a leak, came back out. And as I'm walking out, I wasn't hungry. We just had Thanksgiving dinner. Like, I'm not hungry. But I walked past the snack food, and I'm like, And I noticed, Takis?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't get those at all.
They're okay, right? They're okay.
But for $2 or $3,
yeah.
I think they're gone too fast.
I'm like, we just wanted salt. That's all we wanted.
Okay.
So, and I'm like, I saw next to the Takis, there's this product called, and I didn't know this existed.
Not exactly Takis?
Not exactly. I can't believe it's not Takis. No, they were terrible. These are Doritos makes something called the Dinamita.
Oh.
Which I can only assume with my vast Spanish knowledge.
Dinamita.
It's like dynamite. Doritos Dynamite.
Yeah.
They're these little crispy wafer taquito looking things.
Wow.
And they had a flavor it's called like limon something. It's like spicy lime and lemon or whatever.
Yeah.
So I got them thinking, I like Doritos. I like tacos.
Yeah.
Taquitos, whatever, Takis. We got them. We got in the car. Finished gassing up. We hit the road. We're getting back onto 55. And Sarah's like, what the hell did you buy? I'm like, I don't know. They looked interesting. She's like, okay, let's try
They were
them.
$1 cheaper.
Yeah, they were. Seriously, they were like $1.50 cheaper. So we get them, and we both take a bite, and we're like, you just kind of look at each other like, no. And we tried another one, and they were so bad. It was like the texture of a Taki, spice, a lot of heat, but it tasted like a fruity pebble.
Yeah.
It was like such fake lime flavor. It was so bad. It was the worst decision I've ever made. I
love
at a gas
that you
station.
and Sarah sat together in the car and ate them.
Well, she wasn't even that hungry, but she's like, well, hell, if you're eating, I have to try it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So don't get them. We threw them out. So I do not recommend the Doritos Dinamita. FYI.
We got back from Italy. So we went to Italy, and I'll talk about this more in the regular show.
Yeah,
but, 2 years ago, we got off the plane, and I said, you know what I want to do? I don't want to go to McDonald's and get fast food. So we're hungry, and we got a long drive. Let's get something better. So we went to Chick-fil-A, and I got waffle fries and a spicy chicken sandwich. And it was as soon as the grease from the waffle fries hit my mouth, I'm like, oh God, what is this? This is horrible. And then the slimy sauce all over that chicken breast.
This is poison. Actually, it is.
It is. And so I'm like, oh God, it was terrible. So this time, again, same thing. We get off the plane. I think our flight arrived at 6 p.m. Got Aiden to his car. We had a remote car park for him. We got down.
Oh, then he went back to school then?
Yeah, he went back to Carthage. And then we stopped in El Paso, Illinois. Hello.
Yeah.
Off Route 24 and got Casey's Pizza. I'm like, this will do. Let's get a slice of Casey's Pizza.
Beautiful.
It wasn't as bad as the experience with the Chick-fil-A.
But you had a little shock?
Oh, I did.
Your gutty works goes, what's this?
Yeah, exactly. It was the crust. It was really the bread part of it.
Dude.
It's so condensed and it's so rich.
Radically different.
Yeah.
And they have bread over in Italy all the time.
Yeah, we ate at the airport. So one of the things, right before we got on the plane, maybe Angela got carbonara. Aiden and I both got slices of pizza at the airport and in Rome, and Angela got the carbonara. And their airport food, I mean, they're literally doing the same thing they would if you were in the streets. They're just like chopping it off the big pizza wedge, and the crust
delicious.
is like it's breaking apart and it's all flaky. And I'm like, that's airport food. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, but their airport food is better than what we consider like decent. Our pizzas are dreadful. Now, this is a tangent. I didn't plan on talking about this, but
no, that's fine.
I did have we were in Naples like 20 years ago. I've been in Naples, Italy, and forever, but we were there, and I had true Napoli pizza, a true pizza oven, some chefs, and it was a great pizza. But as I ate it, it was super soft in the middle. I mean, it was literally like uncomfortably soft in the middle.
So charred around the edges, soft in the middle?
Yeah, soft in the middle, and you fold it, and it's crunchy, and the basil was, oh my God.
Was it like a margarita style, just sliced?
Yeah, that's all I asked. I want a margarita, and we got two pizzas, but the margarita was just, and the basil, as I'm putting it in my mouth, and it's super soft in the middle, that basil is just like, you can smell it. And I'm like, this is not far removed from what McQuet's Pizza is in Pekin.
I've been saying for years that is the best local hand-tossed wood-fired pizza.
Yes.
And people are like, no, it's not. I've never been there.
No,
like,
it
you
is.
need to go.
It is. Now, I will say this, because Dustin McQuet, the owner of the place, got a lot of complaints early on that his pizza was too soft or too gooey in the middle. And I think even Kyle, our friend Kyle from Slowhand, he even said it's one of the best pizzas.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I think he dialed up the heat, or he left it in there longer because nobody could handle that soft crust in the middle.
Dude, the first 2 months they were open, we were there, I think, 3 times because I couldn't get enough.
Yeah.
And it was the Quattro Formaggio, the one with the blue cheese crumbles and stuff on it. Unfreaking believable. Yeah. And there's a truffle mushroom one that's...
Yeah. I don't know if anybody else around in this... It seems unusual to me that McQuet's would be the only pizza oven like that. He did get it from it. He did import it from Italy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had a guy come over and like train him for like a couple days or whatever. Brienzo's is a ish. They're okay.
Okay.
Cheese Nuts guy is reopening in Metamora.
Okay.
Probably in the spring. He's legit good wood-fired pizza dude.
Okay.
And then there's another place in Eureka that I read about but haven't been to.
Oh, yeah.
Can we try that sometime? Maybe that's next
We
Supper
should.
Club.
Yeah, I think we should. Absolutely.
Jacob.
I'm all about that. All
Yeah,
right.
we should try that. That's hilarious though. What a culture shock. Boots on the ground. As soon as you get away from Italy, and you're like, this pizza's going to be pretty similar. Not even close.
We ate carbonara with reckless abandon this last time. We ate it everywhere.
Good.
Yeah, it didn't matter what town we were in. We're like, carbonara.
Yes.
We didn't care. Because literally, Aiden and I, every time we're trying, like, all right, that bacon, and we're like, is that guanciale? Or is that, what is that, what bacon's in there, and
yeah.
We were nerding all the time. Yeah.
Well, and you're walking and you're doing stuff, so like calories don't count when you're on vacation.
Oh, dude, we did 30,000 steps. And that was taking the metro. Like 2 of those days I did 20,000 steps. That was still taking the metro across Rome and then coming back on the metro.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's fun to see. You look at your GPS, you're like, damn, we walked a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then you get back here to the States and you're like, what's across the street? I'll drive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go drive across the street to McDonald's.
Yeah, it would literally. I mean, we would walk across. It'd be like saying, "Let's walk to Tremont." We would never walk to Tremont.
No, you wouldn't think of it.
No, but that's about what we walked every day.
Yeah.
No, but it's a whole different vibe. And don't get me wrong. So this isn't regular show material. We're 1 hour and 5 in. This is a Christmas pre-show, right? You're still with us?
Ho ho ho
ho ho. We love you. And you know what? I was going to do some stuff with the Spotify comments. I guess I can do the Spotify in review on the regular show.
We got another one?
Yeah, we got a comment, but then they do a Spotify year in review for...
for podcasters. Yeah, okay.
So I was going to pull that up and just kind of... There's like 13 people that we're the number one podcast for, which I just find hilarious.
Well... There are people. I love them.
Yeah, I'm thinking they have to be family members because to be the number one, like they listen like instantly as soon as it comes out.
Is this Whistling Diesel last week or this week? Or
it's for this week.
Okay.
So did you?
I followed some of that.
Did you watch his last YouTube video where he showed like the footage from them locking him up and stuff like that?
No, I despise him.
I do too.
But what?
I will give him a little credit. He admit, dude, the dude is so weird. And I think he's super short.
Well, that would explain a lot. I think this is all setting the stage. I think this is all part of the plan so he can do his killdozer thing.
You think?
Have you read about that too?
Well, yeah, he's been joking about it. Yeah.
No, I think this is all setting the
stage.
You think
he's really gonna? You think he's that crazy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
dude, look at his eyes. His crazy eyes.
I think he has like that J.D. Vance mascara thing going on.
He does have. Ooh, good call. I was getting Carrot Top and Cillian Murphy vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Cillian Murphy. Good call.
Like
Carrot Top. Carrot Top's a nice one.
It's like a little blend.
Yeah.
You're like,
throw a little J.D. Vance in there. Yeah.
I think there's something
and listen,
to it.
folks, I'm a Republican. I can mock. I don't give a shit. It's not about Republican Democrat. I'm anybody who looks like they have eyeliner on, which I think Vance always does.
That dude just likes to destroy stuff, including like his own reputation. So,
what reputation do you have? I still want to know what the core money. He had to have come from money somehow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there had to be like somebody won the lottery, like $500 million, or had like a giant farm, and he just got all the money.
I think it's farm money.
Okay,
a mega
because
farm
nobody starts off with buying M1 Abrams tanks and just rolling giant things down hills and. Without having some money back in it, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think there's something to that because you know people that have kind of come up with just a fraction of that, and they kind of have some of these elements where you're like, "Hey, man, I just trashed my new truck because I don't give a shit." You're like, "Why? Why would you? I don't know, man. I was bored."
Yeah,
like that's the kind of stuff.
But I also follow a couple channels on YouTube where they like talk about how much they get monetized and stuff like that.
So it's gravy for him. He doesn't care.
It is. So some people that I follow that they did basically 5 years around the world, and I watched a lot of their videos, and they were getting like 200 to 300 views, 300,000 views per video.
Yeah.
By the time it was all said and done, after they paid their bills and they paid everything for traveling around the world, they had like 90 grand in the bank. But they literally worked their ass off every night.
Just churning content.
Producing.
Yeah.
And they even talked about like the high. It's almost like the endorphin rush of getting a bunch of views on your videos, stuff like that. And if you did, like say this video got 1 million views and the next one got 80,000, You're like beside yourself.
Like chasing the next
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It's literally chasing
Gotta
the
go
high.
viral.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So-
for him, the last one that I really saw, because I would watch kind of curiously, like, oh, he's going to buy an old beater and blow it up. There's a lot of channels like that, and they're kind of fun to follow. Neutral Drop is one, if anyone's looking for some suggestions. But I tapped out when he got a really nice square body Chevy pickup.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
And he just beat the absolute crap out of it and ruined it. Somebody had fixed it up. It was, not, I'd say restored, but somebody fixed it up, put a lift kit on it, painted it, did some nice body work. And it was a stick. I think it was a 4-speed with a granny low. And nice, clean old truck. And he did like a tug of war and like blew up the transmission in it. And like, I mean, he just beat it and then fixed it and kept beating it some more. And it's funny to read the comments on that stuff because half the people are like, yeah, man, this is hilarious. This is awesome. Love this video. And then others are like, somebody could have enjoyed and used that and appreciated it. Or, frankly, used it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You're ruining stuff that could be. And that's where I'm at in my life. I don't like seeing food wasted. I don't like seeing stuff thrown out that's still usable. Probably because I'm the guy picking it out of the neighbor's trash. I just hate seeing resources that someone could. I'm just thinking of like, a dad and a daughter, a dad and a son, like fixing it up and going and having a fun project with it. And no, it's some rich farm kid who's going to blow it up for likes on a social media channel that won't really matter in 10 years. So screw that guy.
What about the Cybertruck durability test? Did you watch that?
That was kind of funny.
It's a little different, isn't it?
A little bit. That was somewhat funny. I did appreciate it. No, I don't know, man. It's the same thing. It's just excess money. Think of what you could do. Use your powers for good.
Well, this goes back to, our eyeballs are of value to somebody all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We work our tail off to make money so we can sit back and relax and then watch somebody else trying to get our eyeballs on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And he's monetizing us.
Meanwhile, people are using mercury to, pan gold in some mine somewhere in some other part of the world for peanuts a day.
Yeah, exactly. Just to try and get ahead.
Yeah.
Damn those people.
Everything's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the Spotify Wrapped.
It gives you stats, you said?
It does give us some stats.
Okay.
Let's see.
And folks, just for those listening at home, you're more than just stats and numbers.
You are. You're everything to us.
You have a choice of your podcast listening, and we are so glad you're spending your time with us.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You have things you can do with your time. And just like I was talking about the gas station, I can choose what to do with my time. But you chose to be with us, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
2025 was quite a year for you. Oh, was it? A little proof of your hard work pays off. Our audience grew 55% from last year on Spotify.
Seriously?
New audience is 981% increase from last year.
Oh.
Yeah, but Spotify is still growing on podcasts as far as I'm concerned. Total followers only grew 7%. They don't give you the actual numbers here. We had a total increase of 34% in listening hours.
That's not bad.
But this one episode rose above the rest. What do you think our top episode was last year?
I'm at a loss. I honestly can't think of
It was episode 100 with the wives.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, Sarah's going to be so happy to
It was
hear that.
played 50% more than your average episode. We're still quoting it, it says here on Spotify.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Episode Love is in the Air Unless You Drive a Nissan got the most comments. The most used emoji was a thumbs up. United States was our most popular place. What else we got? Your listing passport got a real workout. Well, so Burkina Faso was like the big thing for us like a couple years ago, but apparently 8 countries are only listening to us nowadays. Australia.
Okay.
United Kingdom, the Philippines, Canada, and the United States, which makes sense. They're all pretty much English speaking, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
I imagine we don't show up very well unless we did some images with some like different language on.
Yeah, like a AI translate our
Right,
show.
right?
And how that would be weird though to listen to our program in a culture where cars really aren't a thing.
Right.
So.
That's true too. I never thought about that. There's places where cars are a luxury. Mm-hmm. So we are a top 10 show for 80 fans.
Amazing.
We're a top 5 show for 50 fans, and we're a top number 1 show for 50. There's 15 people out there on Spotify that we're their number 1 show.
You are our people.
Yeah.
You're probably all our Patreon folks.
I don't know. It's interesting.
The diehards.
Yeah, that is interesting. Your top fan streamed 2 times more than anybody else. They binged 30% of 2 episodes in a day. I think that's just Todd Thomas, what that is.
It might be.
Hit play within 24 hours of a new episode. 15% of them did that. That's dedication.
That's really good numbers.
Yeah, it goes on taste. Top artists. Oh, okay. So it also this is the creepy part because it's all about the data, right?
Yeah.
The number one artist that our listeners to this show listen to is a country artist. Actually, I think he's like the number one artist in the world right now. You know who it is?
It's Jason Aldean.
No, Morgan Wallen.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's the most popular artist by our listeners.
Really?
It's interesting. Number 2, this will shock you. This one blows me away. Taylor Swift. Number 3, Eminem. Number 4, Zach Bryan. And number 5, Chris Stapleton. So, we obviously need to start talking more about country music.
I think we can do that.
We have a problem. I'm going to tell you right now, if you like any of these artists, you got to listen to Drop Tines. Drop Tines are the bomb. That's like my new favorite band. My brother, it was his number one band last year. They played in Peoria at the Cruisins, and they are hot. Drop Tines, just like the deer antlers. So check those out.
Interesting.
If you're a country artist. Top audiobooks for our fans. I don't know, Hogs and Sand by Buck Wyndham. It looks like a okay, it's
There's a story about hogs and sand.
No, it's a military book, and it's
sorry.
What's that tank hunter plane?
A-10.
A-10. It's got an A-10 on the cover. And then the next one's called Eagle Days by Victoria Taylor. It's got like a German Messerschmitt on the beach,
It's a book
broken
about
down.
eagles and days.
Yeah. Outlive by Patricia Adia, The Science and Art of Longevity. The War of Worlds by H.G. Wells.
Wow.
And How to Build a Car, the autobiography of something by Adrian Newey.
Hold on.
How to Build a Car, the autobiography of the something. How to Build a Car by Adrian Newey.
Well,
This is fascinating radio, folks.
Yeah, right.
And you, 15 of you, are probably here to the very end.
Adrian, here it is. Search. Engaging autobiography by Adrian Newey detailing his remarkable career in Formula One and the intricacies of car design. Are you an F1 fan?
No.
I need to be.
I feel like I should, but I don't have enough space in my time for hobbies like that. I don't have enough space for anything I have to consume by TV.
Wow. That's kind of like, you seen Cable Guy? Matthew Broderick's line to...
No, what did he say to him?
I
mean, I remember the offensive look that Jim Carrey took to everything that Matthew Broderick said.
I don't have time in my life for a new friend.
Oh, ouch.
And then it just cuts to Jim Carrey's character. It's just just so offended and pissed and sad.
I should watch that again.
Oh, it's good. It's so dark. No, I get it. But every time the F1 races are on, like the big ones that pop up here, you're like, damn, that's actually some pretty cool stuff.
It is.
You can see how it's popular worldwide.
No, absolutely. When we were overseas and I see just everything in the windows that's like sponsored by race car drivers, these guys, these guys are the NFL players around the world.
Yep.
Basically, nobody cares about Aaron Rodgers over there, but they care about who's driving for F1 or something like that. Yeah, McLaren or something like that, right?
Yeah, and it's funny too, the younger drivers now, they look like little kids.
They do.
You're propelling this multi-million-dollar machine at 200 mile an hour through the streets of Monaco.
There was a time when IndyCar and kart were like a thing, and I remember in the 90s, and I watched all that, and I knew who Zanardi and all these guys were, but it just never made the leap because the media just never really worked that way when I was watching TV. I mean, we used to watch basketball on NBC.
Yeah.
And you used to watch auto racing, kart racing on NBC.
Right.
And as things migrate to cable, it's so funny to see how things have changed a little bit.
It's hard to find. You almost have to have those pack. I was talking about this with my dad. We were trying to watch the Bears game a couple weeks ago, and he was down here. And he's like, I can't get it on. You have to have the sports package or something. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not on Fox, not on the regular NFL games. No, these games are on. Certain ones I don't get any of this anymore, but it's to your point, you have to have you want to watch an F1 race? Cool, you have to have the F1 package on satellite or, this streaming channel for something.
I'm not opposed to paying for something. If you told me, if you want to watch a Bears game today and you want to watch it on the Bears channel on Amazon or something, it'd be $3.99. If I knew it was going to be a great coverage and I was going to have great signal,
Just do it.
yeah, I
Yep.
would. And especially if it was going to have like stuff going on behind the commercials and all that stuff.
See, that's what I would pay for.
Yeah.
I'd pay for something you just get rid of the commercials. You actually see all the stuff.
Yeah, I would totally be down for that. Okay, so our listeners of our show also listen to podcasts, and the number one podcast of our fans was the Joe Rogan Experience. Okay.
Not surprised
But
there.
the next three are actually interesting. Pass Gas by Donut Media. That's number 2. Do you do anything with Donut? Do you ever watch Donut?
I've seen some of their video content.
I was a big fan of them, but they've lost a bunch of their talent over the years. So
Yeah.
I don't know what their podcast's like. The Under the Hood Show, America's favorite car talk show.
Under the Hood?
Under the Hood.
All right, I'm going to add these to my lists here.
The Dale Jr. Download.
That's decent. I've seen some segments of that.
Okay.
What is it? Under the Hood podcast?
The Under the Hood Show.
There it is.
We should say we're America's favorite something.
America's Sweethearts? No. I don't think that works. Cool. No,
and then number 5 is the Tucker Carlson Show.
I'm not surprised at that either.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm actually like Rogan. I'm sure he is super popular in the podcast field. So, okay, and so I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else? Throwing wrenches on my podcast, your year, your fans, your story. Blah, 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 blah,
By the way, this Donuts Past Gas actually looks amazing because they're highlighting all kinds of old Ferraris, old Japanese muscle, HKS. What else? There's some cool stuff in here. So I thank you for those recommendations, Eric.
All right.
Thank you for the analytics.
I won't be listening to podcasts because my time is valuable, Daryl.
Doggone it.
You know what I found over the last 2 months of not listening to podcasts?
You enjoy life?
No, I'm struggling to find music I want to hear in the morning in the shower. Every morning I get up, I feel like it's like torture now for me to have to find something to listen to.
Really?
I actually started listening to Chris Moyles again. Chris Moyles is a radio host in England on Radio X, and you can listen to his podcast on delay, or his podcast. It's not a podcast, so it's different. But his radio show every morning at 6:30, you can get it on delay 6 hours. So I can listen to it when I get in the shower and pretend like it's 6:30.
Not bad.
And listen to him monologue about whatever. I'm like, okay, this is different. It's not a podcast, but
Yeah.
it's damn close.
There's I listened to the oh shoot, hold on. Something similar out of the UK. It's called The Breakfast Show, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same. Oh no, that's BBC.
Similar concept.
Is that BBC Radio 1?
No, it might originate there, but it's
Is it the Big Breakfast Show?
No, there's a Breakfast Club. That's not it.
Okay.
This is on. Oh my gosh, I'll send you some links.
Okay.
But it's the same kind of thing where it's a delayed radio show that's streamed, and then my wife hates it though because it's a lot of really good just music kind of mixes, mashups, or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of talking in there, but not much. She can't stand the talking.
Oh, see, Moyles, he automatically for the first 30 minutes talk. He was talking about how he had sleep apnea and he had a thing in his mouth to hold his mouth open.
Yeah.
And then his mouth was hurting, and then he realized that thing had like pulled a crown out of his mouth, and he'd been living all day with this crown. And so he talks about this for like 30 minutes. And you're like listening the whole time.
Engaged.
He's a story. It is a gift to be able to tell a story for 30 minutes every day to come in. It's like Kevin Matthews and WLUP when we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to be able to just keep people on the edge of their seat about minutia. But, you know, sometimes people just want that departure from their own reality, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something not to think about.
Yeah, so I don't have to think about, am I going to listen? What am I going to listen? Okay, I'm going to go back to like an old Peter Gabriel album, but I want to listen to this one because I want to, you know.
You have to curate your own stuff.
Yeah, and
it sucks.
It's getting hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I like that sort of thing. You just, you just put on a playlist of a bunch of different things, just like dealer's choice. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Guster came out with a Christmas album. It's like an EP with 3 songs a day. So I played that, but it was only 3 songs, and then it just played back over. And then I put it to like random, like use Spotify's AI, and then like a Springsteen song came out. I'm like. Everything's the same. That doesn't matter if I'm listening to Mix 106 or Spotify. I'm getting served up the same garbage, right? So I don't know. Anyway, okay. I think that's enough. We're 123 into the pre-show and the Christmas episode. We got fun stuff ahead for you.
We do. We've got a theme.
I give you tons of credit for this.
It was a weird theme, but it's not a stretch, is it?
No. As a matter of fact, I thought we've done this, but we haven't done this.
We've done movies.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas movies no, we did like car movies.
We did car movies.
Yeah.
Because I remember like The Road Warrior.
That's right.
Yeah, that was. I'm trying to remember some other stuff. Did you have Christine?
Yeah, I had Christine in there.
You didn't have Maximum Overdrive, did you?
No, we should have though. Did one of us?
It would have been you. It wouldn't have been me on that.
Dude, I made Sarah watch that movie over the summer. It showed up on
Emilio Estevez fan.
Yeah, it showed up on Pluto TV, and I'm like, oh man, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. She's like, what's this about? I'm like, oh, you've never seen it?
Oh yeah, it's great.
So I did the whole mansplain, like, see, babe, in the future,
Yeah,
or whatever the hell.
There's a semi with a wizard face.
They take over, and it was so bad.
It is possibly one of the worst.
I forgot the voice of Lisa Simpson's in it. Yardley Smith.
Oh yeah.
She's in the beginning. She plays there's like a newlywed couple that show up at the gas station.
She was in a lot of 80s movies back in the day. She was always like some teenage kid at the dance.
She's probably like 42, but she's playing a 16-year-old. That movie is so bad. And I'm the whole time, do you do the thing too where you're looking on IMDb and like, this movie was filmed in 11 days. You start doing like the trivia.
So Angie and I were watching a movie the other night, and we're like, who's that actress? And so I pulled up, I'm Googling the cast. I'm like, oh, we saw her in this, and this, Yeah. That's where we're at. If the movie's not that good, that's where we're at.
Yeah. You just kind of zone out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was pulling that up, and Stephen King has no recollection of directing that movie. He actually got a directorial...
Did he really?
Yeah, he got credit because he wrote the short story, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to direct a movie too. He was on so much cocaine, he does not remember that movie at all. At all.
Watched Life of Chuck on the plane. Angela watched on the way back. It's based off of his short stories.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that movie?
No.
Okay. Let me just go quick.
Like an older short story?
Well, I don't know when it came out. Life of...
Dude's a machine. I mean, he just cranked like a mess of stuff out.
Yeah, it's let's see.
And we'll wrap after this. Now I keep belaboring our pre-show, but hey, folks, you're in it for the long haul.
Free? Should we make it free for Christmas?
Why not? We didn't say anything terrible, did we?
Yeah, I did drop a few things. Life of Chuck is praised for its deep, thought-provoking themes about life, death, and the human connection. Its unique reversal chronology structure. It's an exploration of the existential questions and frequent highlight. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I thought I was going to tell about the Stephen King being a short story. It does have Mark Hamill in it.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Who's the actor who's in it? He's really good, actually. Tom Hiddleston is really good in it.
Oh, yeah, he's talented.
Yeah. So, anyway, kind of weird, but it's based on a short story. So my problem is, kind of getting back to the original Maximum Overdrive, I felt like maybe on the airplane I wasn't getting a full movie. Or is it because it's a short story? It just doesn't quite flesh out enough.
Wasn't doing it for you.
It's just kind of missing something. It's like, man, if this movie had an extra 20 minutes, it might be that much better. I don't know. Hard to say.
Well, don't worry. You'll have others to critique over the next couple of months.
Right.
Watch more bad movies, Eric. It's fun. It's fun.
We're going to watch a lot of Christmas movies this holiday because that's what my wife does, and she tortures me. So likely there's going to be some woman who comes back to her hometown or a small, quaint town, and she runs into somebody who's a bumbling idiot who possibly gets her dirty or does something stupid with her car, and she'll go and talk to somebody at an inn and do an interview and then find out that the person who did something stupid to her actually is an owner of the inn, and she really loves it there, and guess what? Kind of figure out a way to make it work, and she's going to live there forever, trapped with...
Angela really likes like the Hallmark stuff?
Dude.
Is it? Okay.
Angela has a philosophy that the worse the rating, the better to watch, and I think that worked a couple years ago, but now I think the quality has dropped so much.
Because they have like 6 new holiday movies out a year.
And now you got a bunch of amateur productions, kind of like, like the one that happened in Morton here a while back,
right.
Baking Up Love.
Baking Up Love.
Yeah, which
the Hallmark movie channel.
I don't even know if that made Hallmark. I mean, what's
worse than Hallmark?
Yeah, what was the cheap version of Hallmark? It was what was their bargain line?
Keepsake, Precious Moments. They don't have their own channel though, do they?
Well, all I'm saying is they should have their own line of movies. cheapsake, or
like a value line, a store brand, if you will.
yeah, exactly. In-store online specials. Hallmark.
Those are so bad. I tried watching one, ironically.
Expressions from Hallmark. Maybe this is the Expressions channel.
Expressions. So gross. So gross.
Okay. Let's kill this. We're almost 90 minutes in, and it's just a pre-show. So, again, it's Christmas. I saw Don Stringer somehow renewed. I'm going to guess that he dropped his credit card, put a new credit card or something like that. So thank you so much for that, sir. Everybody else has been a Patreon subscriber. Thank you so much again. Your time is valuable. We appreciate you. I keep fiddle farting around with doing some media stuff and or getting some stuff together for you guys. And Daryl just needs to hold my feet to the fire. I think Sarah even said she would help me. She
did ask me tonight if I wanted to bring stuff over to have you mail it out. I'm like, well, I don't have anything.
Yeah, I just need to make something.
Yeah,
I got some great ideas. So
New Year's resolution?
That's a fair statement.
We'll have a workshop day.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. We'll do our supper club, and we'll come up with some ideas, right?
Put some swag out there, and then maybe find an excuse to drink some beers.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. All right. So again, thank you everybody for all the support. It means a lot to us. This is Eric.
I'm Daryl.
See you on the regular show.